Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Sports Curious podcast. I'm your host, Amy Butch-on-Siegfried. And today we are diving headfirst into winter sports. Now, we're not talking about the traditional winter sports like skiing or ice skating. You guys know a lot about that. We are talking about some unique sports that you might consider picking up over your holiday break this winter. And here to join me to speak about all things extreme and wild in these winter sports we have today is my co-founder, my brother, and my co-host, Scott. Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on. We're here to discuss winter sports as we head into the winter months with the cold weather. Just because it's cold doesn't mean you can't be extreme.
This is true. Extreme temperatures, extreme sports. And it's interesting. We're talking about what to do over the holiday break. For us, kids are out of school like almost a whole week after the new year. And we're also having a discussion, like adults don't get to have a lot of fun anymore. Like you have to just do adult things. So things like tubing and curling could be a lot of fun to go do. But then there's some more extreme options that we can look at that I probably am not equipped for, but maybe. I mean, there were some of these I might be able to pull off.
Knock it till you try it.
This is true. Yes, this is a true statement. Well, do you want to start us off with your favorite one on our list and maybe why that appealed to you?
I will be happy to start us off. My top choice here is going to be snow kayaking. Kayaking, yes.
Yeah.
And this is essentially you're in a sled with the kayak and you're hanging out, laying back like a bobsled and just using the paddles to propel yourself down the hill. Sounds pretty leisurely, a little less dangerous than bobsledding or skiing.
Agreed. I don't think I guess you could use the paddles to steer. You might be a little more protected in case you hit something. You've got a little something around you, unlike what do you sled on? Those dishes. Why am I blanking on what they call those? But a dish.
I was going to say the skeleton that they use in the Olympics.
Yeah, the luge.
Where they're head first.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going down head first. That's not nearly as safe as my option here.
Snow kayaking.
It was a little bit more leisurely. Just relax, hang out in the...
Just kayaking down this hill.
Yes.
I'm imagining that icy conditions would be better for this because you would move a little bit smoother.
Yeah, I think you'd fly down the hill pretty good. And maybe you grease up the bottom of it a little bit. Really get things going.
Like a little Christmas Vacation when he puts on that like high friction Crisco stuff and he's...
Flies down the hill and the trail catches on fire.
Yeah. What did you do this holiday vacation? Well, I set a trail on fire in a kayak on a snow mountain because the snow conditions weren't right to ski, so I decided to kayak.
It's a great story to return from winter break from. So,
it's true.
Yeah, I'm in.
This is true. I like this. The one I want to talk about, which I actually had no idea it existed until we started researching this, was ski ballet. As a dancer, once upon a time, I feel like I probably should have known about ski ballet or acro skiing or ballet skiing, whatever you want to call it. But it was once a wildly popular Olympic sport in our lifetime at that, where it's exactly like it sounds. You ski with choreography set to some sort of music and it's competitive. Somehow it had its last Olympics appearance in 1992. And here we are. We're without ski ballet in the Winter Olympics now.
It seems extremely unfortunate that it went away for the Winter Olympics. So are you going down the hill and doing ballet?
This is a good question that I have not looked up. I have not looked up the a video for. I will look it up as we chat. But
you can go downhill. You can do flat surface. I'm sure there's so many different options to ski ballet.
And do you think that you could figure out how to get the ski kayak in there
and ballet in the kayak?
Yeah, I mean, like, why not?
I mean, it seems pretty extreme. We could do that. Maybe take it off a jump and ballet in it.
Yes, and you are correct. You are going down the hill, literally flipping your skis and your arms around. It looks a bit like...
Maybe because of injuries and danger, they took it out of the Olympics. Does that sound possible?
It makes the joint and like the idea of your knee swinging that way. Like you already, when you crash and your ski goes one way and your knee goes... Like we just had a big Michaela Schifrin. Wow. Crash and all these puncture wounds and things. This looks like probably what she looked like rolling down the hill was the skis and the hands everywhere. And that basically is acro skiing.
Yeah, it sounds very extreme. Do you wear the same like ballet outfits or do you have to wear?
No, they're in snow clothes. Now, if they were in ballet outfits, that would be, or like a Santa suit or something because it's the holidays, then we'd be talking.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to bust this one out for the Christmas morning with all your family, that might be a little dangerous.
It could. I mean, I do have that elf pajama outfit, the onesie that I wear for Christmas. So maybe that could be my ski ballet outfit too.
We'll hold you to this.
Okay.
If we
You have
get
to buy,
half an inch of snow in Vegas, we'll do it.
we'll strap some cardboard boxes to our feet because we don't have skis because when you live in the desert, you don't have skis.
We do not.
You could, I mean, in theory. But yeah, maybe because, like ice skating really caught on. I don't know when the whole Nancy Kerrigan thing, that was the 90s somewhere. Maybe ice skating really caught on because they took away ski ballet. It was too many artistic offerings.
And ice skating is just ice ballet. So
Yeah.
seems a little bit safer too.
Yeah. The title of this podcast is going to be Unique Winter Sports Ice Ballet and then some.
There you go.
Have you
Nailed
ever
it.
done?
I have, and from my experience, it's quite difficult.
See, this thing I looked up said it's not hard. I think they were full of, you know what, because it looks hard.
Just think about walking in the snow and then strap like 2 tennis rackets to your feet, basically. I mean, it probably depends on the depth of the snow. What I did was pretty deep, so it was a great quad workout, great for your calves. But I wouldn't say it was like super fun by any means.
We're doing a girls trip to Wyoming in February, and we're going to go cross country skiing. And I've never done it. And apparently where we're at is kind of flat, but I've committed to try to cross country ski, which I've been told I will like, but I don't really like to be cold. So I'm not sure how that'll work.
You know how long this cross country ski is?
I believe the answer was until you want to turn around.
That could be 50.
If there are mimosas back in the kitchen of the house, then it may be 50 feet.
Or you could put like a water bottle of mimosa in your pocket.
It's actually great. That's how I'll stay warm.
Casually glide and sip.
I need the little helmet because then it'll stay cold. If I had the construction helmet, I'll stay safe, and I'll have the construction helmet, so I'll stay hydrated. Okay, we're going to have to talk about this offline and work up something to take for the cross-country skiers on this trip.
We'll go to Home Depot and get the supplies, and I think we could jerry-rig something here like MacGyver.
All right. I think I'm here for this. We'll have to figure something out with bubbly product in a straw with altitude, but whatever. I mean, this should be a science fair project.
We can do a video on it. Or you can do a video on it, technically.
I mean,
the results and all that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It might just be a champagne hat, spray like a fountain. Now, one on our list that we were both like, I didn't know this was actually a sport. I just figured this is what people do where it snows, but it does have a technical term, skijoring, I believe is what we're calling this. It's the Norwegian term meant for ski driving. And it's obviously when someone on skis is being pulled by an animal or a vehicle. And like I said, I just figured that was called high school in places that it snowed, but what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wide open as to what can pull you in this ski driving. It's just this animal. It could be dog, cat.
Horse.
I mean, horse.
Nissan.
Arctic fox. I mean, it sounds like fun. You're really not even skiing. You're just kind of hanging out is how I take this.
I feel like this is how I could get to like dinner if I lived somewhere where it snowed. Someone could drive you. You could get some quote unquote exercise. You probably should wear a helmet on this one. Maybe a face guard.
I'm sure. There's probably been quite a few accidents.
Yeah. I feel like this could
be my friends to drive me.
No.
Fortunately.
I feel like I'd take the horse or the cat over a friend in car.
Yeah, human being in a motor vehicle sounds terrible.
But what if you did it like on a snowmobile?
That makes a little more sense with snowmobiles. They make ones that go extremely fast, so I don't even know if that's a great idea either.
This is a true statement. True statement. But not to be confused, skijoring is not dog sledding. That's something totally different. That's skis. Those are sleds. And apparently, did you know it's one of the world's oldest modes of transportation?
Dog sledding?
Yes.
I mean, it's the most simple form of transportation, right? All you need is a dog and a sled and some snow. And
if you live where there's snow, that's all easily come by. I'm glad for Miley, your dog, that we do not live where there's snow because I think
she'd be a very effective skijoring navigator.
Maybe more skijoring than dog sledding.
Yeah, they can't interact with other dogs, so.
That's true.
You need multiple dogs, like the Iditarod requires multiple dogs. She would just be fighting everything.
She's out.
We don't want.
She's like, no, I'm on the sled. Pull my butt, you other dogs.
Yeah,
you know who I am.
She's just being Miley and sitting on the sled.
Well, I looked up the Iditarod because it's always just a really interesting one. Um, it's March 1st this year is the ceremonial kickoff to the Iditarod. So keep an eye out for that one as you're getting ready for March Madness. They're getting ready for March Madness in the Iditarod.
And that's one of the most insane competitions we have on this earth, right?
Wasn't it last year? And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but like last year, the guy who won shot a moose who charged his dogs, and then he got penalized for shooting the moose that tried to kill his animals, and because he didn't skin it. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was. Something like that. Was that right?
Yeah, I believe so. I was just about to ask you that same question. Yeah, I believe he had to kill the moose because he was going to charge his dogs and kill them. So
Yeah, you don't mess with a moose.
in the great outdoors. Moosies, they're very big.
They're huge, and you don't like knowing what I know about the mountains. You don't mess with a moose. Like you back off. They're huge. They will just trample you, and they will charge.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to make a decision.
Did you want to
And
live or
yeah, he did get stripped of the title? Is that correct? I think
there's something
not.
happened? He got into trouble for it. So once again, we're gonna look why we talk moose.
Live, giving you live information, live updates.
That's right. Here we go. A moose attacked an injured dog and an improper gutting. That was the problem. He shot the moose, which I guess is not against the rules because you are in the wilderness.
Yes.
But he got in trouble for failing to properly gut the moose as required by race rules.
I mean, if you have to stay and cut the moose, won't that just kill your time and your progress in the race? So I think there should be some kind of situation where if you do that, you can keep going.
Yeah. So this says, okay, let's see here. It was on the trail, so people had to get their dogs over the moose, which I think was probably not ideal. No team may pass until the animal has been gutted and the musher killing the animal has proceeded. So I guess technically looks like everyone was supposed to wait.
Got it.
They must help in the gutting. So yes.
In no other competition are you getting competitors to help gut a moose. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so he received a 2-hour penalty that would be added to a mandatory 20 arrest. So he got an extra 2 hours on top of that.
Yeah, and nobody wants a moose speed bump in the middle of the trail.
No, not so much. So noted, if you pick up dog sledding, keep an eye on that. Follow the rules. Okay. You better have service to YouTube how to do that. 2, I want to mention, because I don't want to run out of time and not mention ice fishing, which is actually, I think, would be really fun to do.
Huh?
I use fun loosely because they allow you get heaters, which sounds dumb to be on ice, but like we were talking to some friends who have a place in Michigan on a lake somewhere, and they wheel the hut out on the ice, and it has a heater and a little TV, and they fish in the ice.
I mean, it sounds like the most relaxing of all these winter activities. You just hang out, probably bring your HD big screen into the hut, turn on football, and throw the rod in the ice hole.
See, what we could be doing this weekend is that, but we're not.
And you could freeze the pond near your house.
I could. We could freeze the pool. We cold plunged in the pool the other day when it was 25 degrees out.
There you go. This just sounds like a great way to get away from your family and just do nothing.
We have a hut for one. I'm sorry we can't get a bigger one. It's unavailable.
No kids allowed on the ice. It's too dangerous.
Nope, too dangerous. And I am also reading, if you really want to get wild in this one, so if you want the extreme version of ice fishing, you go to a little town in Greenland where they gather and try to shark ice fish.
Does that mean the ocean's frozen?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
At a certain point, I'm guessing like where the freshwater meets the sea.
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, I know when my husband went to Greenland, he had to eat whale. He does not recommend.
No, we had pickled like shark and whale in Iceland. Wouldn't recommend that either.
Super chewy is what he told me.
It's one way to describe it.
Super chewy. We're going to go with that. The pickling didn't make it any better. Yeah.
So when you're ice fishing, I fish somewhere with nice, tasty fish.
I think that's my last one I want to cover. Do you have anything else you want to cover do you have any other rare, wild sports that you might be getting up to this winter? There's
one very extreme one this just sounds like you're going to end up in the hospital or the ER. So I think we should probably go over that. Fat tire biking / snow biking.
Yep, sure.
It's just
but
exactly
that was skijoring.
I mean, you could use a fat tire bike to skijore with your friends.
Now we're talking.
But yeah, this sounds absolutely extremely dangerous. biking's hard enough on a regular surface, and you throw
Right.
like bikes on an ice. Assume you're racing someone downhill, maybe that could end quite badly.
Yeah, because you're gonna. I'm just thinking about sinking. Like you were talking about snowshoeing.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like a frozen or even frozen ice would be bad too. You're definitely going
Imagining.
over handlebars.
I'm imagining. I've never done this. I need to do some actual. Like maybe we need to do some recon work. But if you've done this, let us know. But like, I feel like you would have some spike situations or something on your
Bike
kayak.
tires. I mean, there are international ski bike festivals and tournaments, so we'll have to do some research. Maybe we can hit one in the winter after this podcast.
Team trip, team building.
Much like skiing, I will probably just sit in the lodge or the bar region and just watch people do this.
I am excellent at après skiing. I will tell you that much.
That's
I
a
know how to order drinks and nachos.
that's a skill.
Yeah, we took the Munchkin skiing last year, and I was like, well, I don't really need to ski. We got to pass it. Like they gave us discount passes just to do the kiddie run with him when he was done lessons. Yeah, we sat and ate our breakfast burritos and drank coffee and watched skiing, and then waved every once in a while, and it was perfect. I did like the tubing next door, though. I will go tubing. That is on my list of things
Not too big.
I'm accomplished at.
Is that the one? Will they pull you up the hill like on the rope when you go
The
up?
one we went to did not, but I've been to ones where they do. Yeah.
I mean, that's you just hang on the tube and go up and come down. No
Yeah.
effort required.
No, I was hauling a 6-year-old in his own tube up the hill. So there was no, I was the tow rope that you took up the hill.
You were the doer rope.
Winter sports, great for kids, not for parents.
No, good for workouts too.
This
Good
is
for your
true.
quads.
This is true. Get yourself my pro tip here on the podcast is I'm always cold. A heated vest, a battery operated heated vest. Like my fingers, even it was like 17 degrees, my fingers were not cold because it's your blood is so warm going through your body. So pro tip, that it was like a game changer. My toes were not freezing. Yes, I'm always cold. My toes and fingers are always cold. And that was a game changer.
Okay, there's a free tip.
There's your free tip. Check that one out. We should add that to our holiday gift guide list. And if you haven't checked out our holiday gift guide, go to gift guide. There it is. Lastnightsgame.com. Thanks to our friends Amanda and Clark Neely over at CBC Builds for helping us put that together. But some great stuff. Maybe we should add that. We had the heated vest on there, I think, 2 years ago. That's where I bought it from. Maybe we should add that back in just in case people missed it. Let's do it. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully we can add some of these to our holiday wish list for our time together.
If it snows in Vegas, we'll do some of these.
We're skijoring. For to hear first.
Skijoring. Yep.
Thanks, Scott.